What have you accidentally conditioned your pet to do? Bring me dirty laundry. One day my cat brought me a sock and it was so cute, so I petted him and praised him. That started a cycle of it, and now he's constantly bringing dirty laundry to me. When I was 10, my parents got a cat, PJ, who became very attached to me and my younger sister. When we went away for summer camp, PJ would run upstairs to our bedrooms and steal our socks, which she would then bring downstairs and leave at my parents' feet. She only did this while we were gone for extended periods of time, so, not during the school day or overnight visits with grandparents, only when we were gone for more than a few nights. Upon hearing the Windows 7 Sonata log-off sound, she jumps up and starts running around the room, since I always locked my computer before leaving. And when I'm leaving, that usually means she's going to daycare, i.e. my mom's house. It's been 3 or so years since I switched to Windows 10, but just playing the sound on YouTube still gets a reaction out of her. Fear rubber gloves. We live in a place with lots of fleas and ticks, so we goo them every month. I figure the stuff goes through cat skin readily, so it'll probably go through mine, so I use surgical gloves. Whenever I pull out the box, the smarter of our two immediately bolts for the deepest recesses of the house. The dumber one just looks at me, even though he finds the process distasteful too. I accidentally made it so when you whistle, this is the song that never ends, frequently stuck in my SOS head. The cows come running for grain. If I don't have grain, I get mood at until I go get some. The chickens know that I get excited about eggs, and when they lay they get the good scratch and will sometimes wait until I'm in the barn, squawk, and lay an egg in front of me. And 3. If the cat is thirsty, he will knock over every drink container/cup he finds while meowing, and then pitifully throw himself in front of me pretending to die. He started doing that after I faked my death for a Dr. Pepper that my so was holding. Terrible animals. Edit, thanks person for the gold. My first ever, laughing face. Edit 2, thank you anonymous for the gold. You guys are making me blush. The budgie had a broken leg in a little splint. He would climb to the roof of his cage with just his beak and good leg, then let go of his beak and hang by one leg, then just stare at me. He knew I would stick my hand in and he could just fall off into my hand. He only did this when I was around because I was the only one who would stick my hand in. I can imagine him doing it with someone else, keeping eye contact, only for them to watch this bird hanging and then dropping himself to the floor. My ex had a parakeet with the most personality I have ever met in a bird. The bird used to mimic the sound, that beep-boop sound that an Android makes when you plug it in the charger, and knew that meant it was time for bed. So, whenever the bird was tired, it would make that noise, because that meant it was time to sleep. It mimicked it so perfectly that I found myself checking my phone whenever it was nap time for the birdie. I miss you, pistachio. Changing the sheets on the bed means playtime. My cat likes to sit on the bed as I throw on the sheets, likes that rainbow parachute elementary game. She tries to attack my hand if I straighten the edges while she's there too. Every night without fail. It's a challenge because one goes under for the parachute, the other goes on top to attack the folds of the blanket. My wife and I have pretty set sleep schedules during the week. If we stay up later on the weekend or W/E, our dog gets very huffy/offended and will sigh passive-aggressively at us until we go upstairs to bed. Oh, and if one of his bowls is empty, he licks it, also passive-aggressively, and then makes direct eye contact. Oh God, yes, that passive-aggressive sigh. Our dog used to sleep in front of the bedroom door, in the corridor between bedroom and toilet, and when you had to go at night, oi, foo *k off followed on his part by exaggerated getting up, this deeply annoyed sigh and, I swear, an eye roll. My kitten will aggressively headbutt my face every night before bed, for top of head kisses before she goes to sleep. My old cat learned by watching my so and I to give forehead kisses and hold hands as a sign of affection. So now he will give you his forehead and give him a kiss, and then you have to let him kiss your forehead. And at night he will hold your hand and sleep next to you through the night. My cat also knows that forehead kisses equals affection. When my husband pops into my home office to chat, he always kisses me on the forehead before he leaves. If our ginger cat is there, he'll look up at my husband and squeak pathetically until he gets a kiss, too. My niece loves to FaceTime my mom to talk to her dog. When the dog was a puppy, my mom used to pull her onto her lap when she would get FaceTimed. Now the dog is 80 pounds and will jump in your lap if your phone or tablet starts making the default FaceTime ring. I had a wiener dog in the days before the internet, late 80s/early 90s. The local news came on every night at 10 o'clock. Our dog heard the news jingle 5 times a week at 10 and knew to come wrangle us all into bed. She made sure every single one of us were tucked in. My parents had another wiener dog later on, and there was a time where my kids and I had to go stay with my folks. My kids and I had a morning routine of getting ready for school/work. The dog picked up on this really quickly and started to beat my morning alarm to get the kids up. I often woke up to her barking at the kids to wake up. When I entered their room, I would see this tiny dog trying to drag the kids out of bed, and it always makes me think of how the first dog we had was anal about putting us to bed. Dachshunds are very motherly dogs, I've come to learn.